Okay, so this is part two of how people use their authority to come after me. I received a lot of emails. A lot of people were shocked the manner that the system would go against me to do me harm. And let's not forget here, if it happens to me, what other person that it happened to that don't walk around with a camera? So I mean, you got to be well trained. When you feel there's going to be trouble, you have to go for your weapon, I mean your camera, and just you have to film, because at the end is your word against them. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you part two. We're just going to go and see if I can okay, so the time that here, let me see if I can. Okay, so this is the time that the police charged me with assault with that poet. This was all rigged up. This was they want River Rat Matt Myers, now works for public safety, wanted me charged with aggravated assault. Can you imagine that? Aggravated assault, one punch, that the guy took a swing at me. And at the end, I was found not guilty. And it was a summary charge. We tried to put some motions before we had hearings. The judge said, nope, there's enough evidence to proceed to trial. Legal Aid New Brunswick said, you will not be granted a lawyer. So this guy here, his name is, what's his name? Matthew Bulte. Anyway, with my supporters, I collected $4,400. And it wasn't really, he wasn't that good there. I was acquitted. I was found not guilty. But they waited a month and a half to reach the verdict. Oh no, it was all a setup. There, I'll show you a little bit. First reaction, the way he was reading it. Number one, before I start, please, I want to thank everyone that sent me some money. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank them very much, because if it wasn't for the people who supported me, they know who they are. The anonymous donors on the street, people I didn't even know. I just want to say thank you. So anyway, yes, it was very good for unknown people to send me a note. But this thing here is so serious. To have the Miramichi police, Shane Henderson, his name, he worked for the cop for the Miramichi police. He came down here. The minute I was acquitted, he moved to Fredericton, working for the Fredericton police force. They intimidated of 5 years in prison the only witness that I had, Terry. It was disgusting. But then you want answers? No. Power, people with power say, okay, no problem, we'll get him the next time. But the sad part about all this there, my lawyer, now that guy here, he called me the day before the trial. And he never talked, we gave him all the papers, but he never talked to me. And when he told me the day before the trial was talking, and I said to myself, oh my God, here it is, here it comes. And sure enough, he says, well, what we're gonna do tomorrow, Charles, we're gonna sign a peace bond. And I told him, I said, no, they already offered me a peace bond. I'm not signing no peace bond. Anyway, make a long story short, that guy and the prosecutor together in the hallway for an hour and a half. They didn't want me to have a trial. They wanted me to have a peace bond. They insisted that I have a peace bond. And I stood my ground. I said, I'm not signing no goddamn peace bond. And then at the end I said, what, you want me to sign a peace bond? All right, I'll sign. Then they sort of went, good. He signs, the idiot signs that he don't talk to me for the next 100 years. I'll sign I don't talk to him for the next 100 years. And you know what, boys? We're out of here in 5 minutes. They said no. The prosecutor said, Sébastien Michaud, from Edmiston. Brayon, what do you expect? He said, you must sign with conditions. Condition in the Criminal Code of Canada. I would have signed that, I would be in jail. Okay, enough of that. That's another part. Come on, I'll make you laugh. Okay, enough of that. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Okay. I didn't do this. I'll show you. I'll give you a good laugh. I didn't do this one. Okay, here we go. See, that's Dan Bissiere. He's the one, the sergeant at arms of the legislator. The police were paid $60 an hour to work for him. So then they follow his every orders. So he's the one that really started the problems. And he's Daffy Duck. He always loses. And of course, you know who Buzz Bunny is. So, that Danielle Carmichael, as a matter of fact, she was charged with damaging company property and with her ex-husband racket, but never, she's the one that came after me at the legislature, but nothing in the Irving media about her problems in court. And that's Fred Wessel, the one that started all this. That's Bernie, he's dead now, he worked at the legislature. That's Dale Graham, the speaker. Tim Kaine works at the legislature always. He's gone, retired. Yves Desprez, he's the one that accused me to be a pedophile and sent those 2 cops after me from Edmiston. Coward. And there's River Rat, Matt Myers, now working for public safety. And there's Bobby Simmons Beauchamp. She's the one that started all this, labeled me as a pedophile. And there's Leanne Fitch, the big rooster. So what we'll do, just for the newcomers, I'll replay it and I'll keep my mouth shut. And just for the record, I didn't do this. Okay. Got some supporters, that's pretty smart. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, let's go see. So anyway, so it went on. And what's the next one? Oh yeah, so the city, Dan Bissiere wasn't done. This is one episode in front of the legislature. He just came out of nowhere. I thought he had in his hand a device that will blow up him and me. Faites là, didn't even know what that meant. Yeah, boy, oh, I tell you, He told me Fetlar. I didn't even know what Fetlar means. That's Quebec. See, he was a sergeant at arms. He was from Quebec. We don't have no New Brunswickers working sergeant at arms in l'Assemblée nationale in Quebec.
Pardon? J'ai dit, je vais pas. Hey, touche-moi pas! Touche-moi pas! Oui, là. Touche-moi pas! Touche-moi pas! Touche-moi pas! Touche-moi pas! Pas de l'air! Touche-moi pas! Touche-moi pas! Qu'est-ce que t'es poli? Oui, just go this way. Touche-moi pas! Pas de l'air! Don't touch me! I want this man to touch!
Fetlar. Anyway, not a bad guy, just has an ego. Okay, so then, like I said, you saw that one part 2.
It appears well-known blogger Charles LeBlanc is in trouble again. The citizen journalist says he was taken into custody yesterday as police searched his residence, seizing his computer at the same time. CTV's Andy Campbell has more.
Good. Charles, I have a search warrant to enter your residence.
Always quick with his camera, blogger Charles LeBlanc recorded his own arrest yesterday.
Libel. And you are under arrest for libel.
LeBlanc says he was held for about 6 hours, then released. Fredericton police say they did act on a search warrant, but aren't saying much else.
And this was as a result of an ongoing investigation regarding defamatory libel. One male was arrested and brought to the police station and was subsequently released, and the investigation is continuing.
I used to use hard drive computer.
LeBlanc, well known for his online journal or blog, says police seized his computer and other electronic equipment.
If they wanted, the charge was a allegation against a police officer from the Fredericton Police Force. They could have took the printout from my blog.
LeBlanc believes his constitutional rights are being violated, and he may be right. The section of the criminal code under which he's being charged has been ruled unconstitutional in at least 3 other provinces. Earlier this week, LeBlanc pleaded guilty in a Fredericton court to causing a disturbance which resulted from his protest outside police headquarters. LeBlanc believes police are trying to silence him, but he says he'll continue his reporting.
There's a lot of injustice that's going on in this province. And I'm in a position with my blog to interview people and to share their concern with the public. And that's not going to stop.
LeBlanc is scheduled to appear in court on the defamation charge in April. Andy Campbell, CTV News, Fredericton.
At the end, the Attorney General again didn't bring it to court. It was dropped. But the interesting part, Bernard Richard did a report on this. And he, like it said, it was found unconstitutional in 3 other provinces. That's 301, 2 years in jail. Now, this was in 2012. 5 years later, they came after me. The police, we'll go to that later. The police at Edmonton came after me under charge Criminal Code 300. 5 years in jail on the same thing. Can you imagine? So, what they do, they were getting very upset. They were fed up. So, what did they do? They, everybody's getting cranky. Look.
When Stuart Jameson, who was a member of this house one time, she lied about him. There was no question about it because it was all on tape. The next thing she did, she gets in the paper, and you talk about honorable. There was nothing honorable. She just switched her whole word. What a wonderful person he is. But I'm going to tell you, Dale, I'll walk outside with any one of you here. Don't ever laugh at me. Yes, I gave you that, and I'll give you that again. And I'll give you this if you want to go outside. You're a punk.
So, that's how you handle people with power. Abel LeBlanc, my hero. So, okay, hold it. We're getting a little bit across here. So what the city did, they ordered my blog shut down. The police cried to the city. They said, oh, he's calling us pedophiles. Now, what happened? People were brainwashed by the public.
Google a fermé le blog de Charles Leblanc, un blogueur populaire.
So what happened? They labeled me as a pedophile. So I turned back. I said, okay, I'm going to call them pedophiles. The same thing. Oh my God, you can't call a police officer a pedophile, but they could falsely accuse you to be a pedophile. And this thing here, Radio Canada, Michel Corriveau, a reporter, I haven't spoken to him since. They let the city tell the story in French. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It gets me too upset. But okay, I'll just watch this.
De Fredericton, c'est une lettre de la ville qui a poussé Google à prendre la décision, Michel.
Ce que gênait que la ville estimait que Charles Leblanc faisait des attaques personnelles sur son blog. Et de son côté, le principal intéressé dénonce vigoureusement la décision de la ville de porter plainte auprès de Google. Plus de 500 personnes visitaient chaque jour le blog de Charles Leblanc. On compte parmi eux plusieurs politiciens, dont le premier ministre lui-même.
Certainly you know that I follow it, so I hope it's still up.
Sauf que Google a fermé le blog après avoir reçu une plainte de la ville de Fredericton.
Nous n'avons pas de plainte au sujet des gens d'avoir le droit de parole et puis la liberté de parole. Mais quand on attaque les employés directement, c'est là où on a des problèmes.
Sur son blog, Charles Leblanc s'en prenait régulièrement à certains policiers de Fredericton.
Tout le monde connu après moi, j'étais abaisé. C'est sûr qu'on commençait, c'est pas moi.
Selon lui, c'est cette vidéo qu'il a tournée en 2009 qui serait à l'origine des frictions avec la police.
Moi, j'étais un des plus gros supporters de la police. Mais depuis que j'ai filmé le soldat en l'an 2009, qui a été battu par la police, c'est là que la merde a commencé.
Un policier a été accusé dans cette affaire, mais il a plus tard été blanchi par la cour. Par la suite, selon Charles Leblanc, les policiers s'en seraient pris à lui à plusieurs reprises de façon abusive. Le blogueur a répliqué par des articles parfois virulents.
Je peux vous montrer, donner des exemples, comme appeler nos policiers des pédophiles.
Dude, no. Wayne Talent said, we're calling police officers pedophiles. But Michel Corriveau never said, I showed him the paper. What? This paper here, there, Rob Castello said that I was exploiting children for sex. He never used that. Radio Canada is la mal. Okay, Charles. It's all right. So, that happened there. And this happened, when did this happen? This happened in 2014. So, next thing you know, so everything was sort of with the assault charge and what year was that, the assault charge? 2016. And this was, okay, hold it. See, I should really write this. Okay, June 29, 2016. Okay? So, they had the blow, they had me charged, they failed, and we had a big trial, they failed. So next thing you know, I'm standing by the legislator, and about 2 or 3 months later, and this happened. On the street, I'm not going, get a fucking cop here! No, you're coming with us. I'm not, I won't! This happened.
Police at Winston. Okay.
Les Bréants, sans Québécois?
Oui.
Québécois?
2 guys show up, plain clothes, show me this badge. I don't know who they are. I'll shut up. This is very important. This is the same night. That day, that evening, Donald Trump was elected president. Yeesh.
Faut tu sais tout ça, en fait, vous savez faire. Ouais, parce que
Charles, ouais, veux-tu juste...
Non.
Non? OK. Bon, il n'y a pas de problème.
Il y a pas de police, là.
Ouais. Je suis... Moi, c'est Charles, je suis Winston.
Edmundston, comment ça se fait que t'es... Comment ça se fait que t'es
À Fredericton?
en arrière de moi?
Moi aussi, je suis police à Winston. OK.
Les Bréants, sans Québécois?
Oui.
Québécois, toi?
Non, Bréant. Charles, j'en aimerais te parler au sujet là, du libelle diffamatoire.
Les quoi?
Libelle diffamatoire.
Oui. Let's speak English. Because I got a lot. I have a lot of my listeners. Yes, English.
And we'd like to.
Don't come too close. Don't come too close.
I'm just staying here, okay?
We have the cameras here. It's amazing that you guys are right near.
That's good.
Of the legislature. How come you didn't come home?
Listen.
No, hold it. Hold it. Well, number one, how come you didn't come over my place? Why here?
Well,
would you know me?
Well, like I'm trying to tell you, we are...
You are CMP?
I'm the City of Edmundston Police Force.
Don't come too close. Don't come too close.
Let me talk to you.
I had 3 doubles coffee there, and I have ADHD. So.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we'd like to talk to you.
Yes.
About defamatory libel.
Again?
Yes. In regards to the Fredericton Police Force.
Oh my God.
Members.
Which one?
Well, several of them, and the ones that you called pedophiles.
This is 2016, right?
Yes, it is.
What's the date?
8 November.
Huh?
Why is that important?
Why is it important? Because I thought we went through this with the Bernard Richard report in 2012.
Well, those comments are still on your blog there, Charles. Those videos are still on your blog, where you're calling Fredericton police officers pedophiles.
Did you know the police charged? Yeah. Did you know that? Excuse me a minute. Did you know the Fredericton police force accused me of exploiting children for sex? Did you know that?
We want to talk to you about that, Charles, but we'd like to do it in an interview room.
No, that's ridiculous.
Well, Charles, I'm going to place you under arrest.
No, I don't think so. Hey, get the RCMP here. Get the RCMP. Get the RCMP here. No, I don't know you. I don't know you. Hey, no, leave me alone. Hey, get the RCMP here. Don't grab me. 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 I don't know who you guys are. I don't know who you guys are. Put this on. Leave me alone. Get the RCMP here. Who are you people? Who are you people?
We are...
No. Get the cops here. Get the RCMP here. Okay. Get the RCMP here.
We're going to go.
You're not bringing me nowhere. You can be the boss. Yeah, you can be anything.
Come on.
Get the fucking cops here. Get the RCMP here. Get the RCMP here. Get the RCMP. I don't know who you guys are. You hurt my shoulder.
Yeah, well,
you hurt my shoulder.
Stop. You can't do that.
You hurt my shoulder.
Stop resisting.
Stop with you. No, I'm not going with you. I don't know who you people are.
We are under arrest right now.
I don't know who you people are.
We're telling you who we are.
Get the fucking cops here. No, you can be boss. Yeah, you can be anything.
No, not one.
I'm not going to car. Get the cops here.
We present ourselves as the two police officers.
Get the car. I don't know who you are.
Charles.
You're not plain. You're plain clothes. I'm not going no cars. Listen, don't. So anyway, this gets me upset just watching it. So Leanne Fitch, when the Bernard Richard report came out, she says we have to learn. I can show you the tape, the words. She says we have to learn to deal with people that's emotionally disturbed. They didn't apologize for nothing because we only found out the paper after the pedophile thing, after the Bernard Richard report. So, is this how you deal? Is that how you deal with people that's emotionally disturbed? Me, that thing there is so scary. I could have turned around. People said. Stop grabbing me! She's grabbing me again. People said. This went on for about 10, 15 minutes. Thank God I quit smoking. But the scary part is, it's very scary. You look at that. You see the two jackets. You see that there. Now, my cousin heard that. She was scared shitless. People say, oh, he screamed like a bitch. I screamed like a bitch because I was attracting a lot of people. And my cousin said, do they know what was coming after that scream? Thank God I never punched one of them in the head. There's no way they're going to bring me inside that car. There should have been a plainclothes officer right there. But there weren't. I didn't know who these two clowns were. And if I want to punch them, they could have used their excuse to use their gun and shoot me. And say, well, Mr. LeBlanc assaulted a police officer. And you hear the word when they said, stop resisting. Anyway, so that there, I think for the video-wise, it's almost, but I expected the media to cover that one, but they didn't. So that's about the end for the videos. But the what happened there this is where it's very scary. I put a civil suit. I put a civil suit against the city because you can't get a lawyer for labeling me as a pedophile. So what they did, these cops that I sued, those 5 cops, they're the one that ordered those 2 cops from Edmundston to come down. And Leanne Fitch says, oh, I didn't know anything about this. They worked on this for 2 years. They must have spent at least $100,000. 2 years working on this case to have me charged with Criminal Code 300, and that's 5 years in jail. So because there's no lawyers in New Brunswick. So this case, after I had my court date with Paulette, what's her name again, Garnett. Next, I won't go into no details. I won't go into details in weeks ahead. I said, okay, I can't really speak because they had people from the Attorney General office in there ready to take notes. I was going to incriminate. I said I can't speak because anything I say could be held against me. There's a charge pending, 500, against the same cops that I was going to sue, and anything I would have said, they would have taken to notes, and then they would have decided to charge me or not. I said, can we adjourn this? The lawyer, Paulette Garnett, said, no, we're going to continue on, and I never asked no question. At the end, she ordered me to pay $5,000 or 3 or 5, I don't know. So the city, there should be a raid here anytime. Say they want their money. Yeah, I wonder where they're going to get it. Anyway, so the media never pushed this. And so what happened, I adjourn it. I appeal it. I appeal it under the ground that we really didn't have a chance. I never had a hearing because of what happened there. Are you following me? I know I'm tired. So I appear in front of Chief Justice Matt Richard. Now he's the Chief Justice. He was a nice guy. And then this guy, which I have to show, Harry Charlie Edward McKenna, who's been convicted by jury in 2000 Shut up.
of second-degree murder.
Shut up.
And the shooting death of his neighbor.
Shut up. So, next thing you know, I decided to appeal it. So I showed up over the registered office. What's his name? I'm tired. Maybe I should redo this. Oh, yeah, okay. So I showed up over the registered office with papers to appeal it. And I dropped it off over the city's lawyer. His name was Richard Scott. So I showed up. And I showed up there. Next thing you know, this guy that I showed up, there was a city lawyer, which I shook hands with during that. He showed up at the end, and his name was Richard Scott. Now, Richard Scott, he was there. I won't go into details. I'll go in details with this in a few weeks ahead. But he was arrogant, and he was so upset that I, a welfare bum, would appeal this. He was so upset, he started screaming in the office, bah, bah, bah. And me, the staff even told him to go away. He turns around. I told him, I said, you know what? When I shook your hand, I'm taking that back. He looks at me and says, I don't care. Like, he was looking at me like I was a piece of shit. So, after the shooting that Rob Costello, the one that accused me to be a pedophile, that was shot dead, a couple of weeks later, this happened. Richard Scott, remembered for his contribution to the law community, was about to become president of the Federation of Law Society of Canada. He dropped dead at the age of 65. Next thing you know, everybody was praising this guy like he was God. I did a video. This man is no God. This man is frying frying in hell. And I don't speak ill about the dead, but this guy is a jerk. Anyway, so next thing you know, before he died, I put a complaint to Mark Richard, and he sent me a letter. We'll make it public this few weeks. He said, well, next time we'll try to do better, but that don't help my case. What the judges are doing now, they're promoting, they're saying that violence on the street against people is allowed. To have 2 cops from Edmundston during my hearing against the cops from the Fredericton police and come to interfere in our court system, that I could have been shot. I could have been seriously hurt. And to intimidate me like that, and the Chief Justice with the judges said, it's okay. No, this is not right. This is not right, and we're going to fight this. The judges are corrupt, and it's getting out of hand. The mentality of people. I say, well, they're forcing prisoners to walk home. Let's hope the liberals, the New Brunswick liberal, made themselves very clear. They support human beings walking home in a snowstorm that leaves the provincial jail. I will never support liberals again. Never. So Carl Urquhart, that's his opportunity to step in the PC government and say, listen, this is not right. Everybody I talk to, that's not right, that's not right. The bureaucrats, they're the powerful people. They're the one with power. Judges, bureaucrats want to shut people up. Now, after all that, I'm not anti-cop. There's a lot of nice people that are members of the police force here in Fredericton. A lot of them I talk to, but it's the bad one. Like, for an example, Michael Fox, funny name. You wouldn't know who Michael Fox is. Michael Fox is a cop, and he approached me one day, and he said about me riding a bicycle with no helmet. We're just talking about it. He never went out of his way to see me. Then he goes, I said, I can't afford one. I'm on social assistance. He said, go at Walmart. They got some good ones there. I said, the one the police are wearing is not Walmart. He said, Charles, I could buy you the most expensive helmet around, but you won't wear it. I said, you got that one right. It should be my choice. I rode a 10-speed bicycle across Canada, across the States years ago, and I always fought against this. You got to wear a helmet. So he turned around. He bought me a helmet. He bought me a helmet, $265. But he did tell me, if I ever see you ride a bicycle with no helmet, you are going to write your own ticket. So anyway, there's some, if you see my video with the protests, when they were protesting, I was with the natives, talk with the cops, laugh with the cops. Hey, I don't mind. But when you have cops that wants to go out of their way to do you harms, like if I'm walking the street and then next thing you know, I'm jaywalking. Hundreds of people are jaywalk, but they come after me. No, I'll fight back. Or anything stupid. I break the law, I'm not above anybody. But don't come after me for bullshit. So this is what's going on. And last year, the cops did leave me alone. There was no problem in 2018, just the courts. But the cops have the courts now. So once the courts support cops coming after you in a violent way on the street, and you can't fight back, there's no lawyers to protect you, there's no lawyers to fight for your civil rights, or there's none. We're at the mercy, we can't say we're at the mercy of the courts, because the courts are on the people with power. They're on their side. So that's the story. And is there going to be more videos in 2019? Stay tuned.